Finding Langston by Lesa Cline Ransome, Chapter 3, read aloud by Mrs. Ambrose. At home, I check the cabinet for something, anything to eat, and find some crackers. Daddy brings home our dinner after work, throws some things together in a pot he heats on our hot plate, and we eat quiet while our spoons bang the tin plates. Daddy's so tired he goes right to bed after. I clean up best I can, then sit up at the table with a lamp, doing schoolwork, wash up, and go to bed. Across from Daddy in my bed, I listen to his snoring. Sometimes he talks a little bit in his sleep, calls out, "Tina," his nickname for Mama, in his sleep, laughs like he used to before she got sick. But when he gets up, his face is back to what it's been since she passed. The sounds in our apartment come alive at night, scratching inside the walls. I've seen rats big as possums running in the halls. At night they sound even bigger. Nothing keeps Daddy awake, and I still can't make myself get used to the loud voices down on the stoop below. Let the good times roll playing on the radio next door. A mother trying to quiet her crying baby. Daddy snores, so close they sound like he's breathing in my ear. The brakes of the L train screeching as it comes into the station. I used to fall asleep to the sound of crickets and owls. Sometimes they were so loud I'd cover my head with my pillow. Mama and Daddy stayed awake after I was in bed whispering, laughing softly. Sometimes I could even hear kissing and other things too. I thought I knew what loud was until I came to Chicago. I dream of Mama too, only not at night. During the day is when I think of her. Most of the boys I knew had a house full of brothers and sisters. Wasn't no one growing up and only like me. I never told no one, but I loved being alone with Mama. Wouldn't want it no other way. Heard women folk whisper once in church how it was sad Tina couldn't have no more children after me. But Mama made it seem like I was all she ever wanted, like I filled her up, like any more would have been too much. She fussed after me. Sometimes, when she was tired, she said I worked her nerves, but there wasn't nothing to it. Time I'd go out and come back again, her face lit up like I was a soldier home on leave. She never worried about me being a mama's boy like some folks said. She loved me hard as she could till she left this world. Streetlights shine through the window in the front of the room. In Alabama, only lights I saw at night were the moon and stars. Sometimes so bright a curtain couldn't block them out. I fall asleep at most nights listening to Daddy snoring, but wishing for sounds of an Alabama night. There's a letter waiting today when I get home from school, sticking out of the mail slot 4D. It has my daddy's name written in big wiggly letters on the front of the envelope. I hold it up trying to see the words, but can't. I'll have to wait for Daddy to get home and open it. Upstairs, the apartment is hot and stuffy, even with the windows open. I lie down on my bed and it creaks as I turn on my side to face the wall. I pick at the yellowed pages of the Chicago Defender, papering over the wall. I close my eyes and try to picture Mama. I can still see her smile with the space between her teeth. Smooth brown skin and eyes that laugh along with her. Before I know it, the tears start and won't stop. Can't believe how much I want to hear her just say my name or kiss my cheek at night. Just feel her hand rub my head like she did at night when she thought I was asleep. Sometimes I don't want to remember because with the remembering comes the hurting. I can let the water go when Daddy's not home, but when he is, I pinch myself to stop thinking about home and Mama and how my heart is missing her so much it aches. I gotta pinch myself so hard, I left a mark once. Only thing worse than crying in front of Daddy is hearing Daddy fuss when I do. I sit up when I hear Daddy's key in the door. He comes in holding a grocery sack in his hand. "What you doing in bed?" he asks. "Nothing, sir. Tired is all," I stutter, hoping my eyes ain't so puffy. "You ain't sick, is you?" he asks. Can't tell if he's worried or mad. "No, sir, I ain't sick." He moves to me and his rough hand reaches out. I jump back, but he's just reaching to touch my forehead. Ain't no fever, he says, and sets down the groceries on the table. While Daddy heats up supper, I sit on my bed looking over schoolwork. The pot of beans bubbles. Daddy sets out 2 plates, 2 spoons, and a loaf of bread. Back home, Daddy never cooked a meal. We both got up every morning to a hot breakfast of eggs and grits and sausage. The smell of it would wake me up before Daddy even called for me to get a move on. Mama packed my lunch pail for school, Daddy's for the field. She'd stand over us and watch us eat. Look at my hungry boys, she'd smile as we scraped up sausage, grits, and eggs. Since we left Alabama, we eat oatmeal for breakfast with a piece of toast Daddy can't help from burning. How's school? Daddy asks. I look up, surprised. He never asks about school. Fine, I answer. We take a few more bites in silence. Teacher says I'm real good at my spelling words, best in the class. Daddy answers. I can tell he's done talking. I clear our plates, put them in the sink. I turn on the faucet to sputtering cold water. No hot water, I say to Daddy. Leave 'em be for now, he says. I'll get 'em in the morning. I go to the table, turn on the lamp, and start my schoolwork. I see the letter sitting on top of my books. Daddy, I forgot. This came today, I say, handing him the letter. He takes his time looking at the writing, turns it over in his hands. Who's it from? I ask, wishing he'd hurry up and open it. He turns and goes to sit on the bed, still not opening the letter. Daddy? I ask. I go to the bed. I'll look at it in the morning, he says. Too tired to read right now. Want me to read it to you? He stands then. His voice is low and mad. You think I can't read? No, Daddy. It's just that if you're tired is all. I said I'll read it in the morning. Now go get to your schoolwork. He leaves the letter on the bed, grabs his towel from the hook by the bed, and heads down the hall to the bathroom.